Okay, welcome back to this session of EEE, that is Encash English Easy. In this session, we are going to bust many myths and fears about basic grammar and basic tenses of English language. Many Telugu people are afraid of English grammar, and many Telugu people are again afraid of the word tense. So the word tense gives tension to many people, and many people become tense when they hear the word tense. Actually, there is no need of that much tension, even though there are many tenses in terms of sentence construction in English language. Uh, if we know half tenses, and if you are comfortable at half tenses, that means half the number of total tenses of basic English, you can be very confident and you can use correct English. Okay, right? So in this particular session, we are going to focus on simple tenses. Okay, right? What do we mean by simple tenses? There are three simple tenses in English language. Okay, you already know that there is present tense, you know that there is past tense, you know that there is future tense, right? So now, what do we mean by simple tenses? So very simply, again, we have three types of simple tenses. That is a simple present tense, simple past tense, and simple future tense. So in this session, let's focus on these simple tenses. And if you get an idea about these three simple tenses, then half of English is known to you. That means you have cracked half of grammar and half of tenses. Okay, right? So obviously, these three simple tenses are used very widely in day-to-day English, spoken or written English. And interestingly, the sentences in these three tenses are very short and simple compared to other sentences. So if you have a bit of patience and if you listen to the session a bit carefully, without deviating to other things and without focusing on other things, you can sort out, you can solve the issue of the basic simple tenses forever for your lifetime. So let's get into simple tenses now. Let us take 7 to 10 minutes for simple present tense. Again, 7 to 10 minutes for simple past tense. And finally, again, 7 to 10 minutes for simple future tense, because we will discuss some example sentences. We may discuss some common mistakes, particularly by Telugu people, right? So that is the plan for this session. Okay, right? So based on my ability, I'll try to show you some documents if possible. Otherwise, I'll just explain to you. And you will have CC, you know, the subtitles, at this part of the screen on your YouTube. Okay, right? You have something called CC. If that is not on, if you touch it, it will be on, and you will get subtitles at this part of the screen, right? Or maybe at the very bottom part of the video. Okay, right? So that is how you can see on the screen the words that I am talking. Okay, let's get into simple present tense. Okay, present tense can be of four types. The first type is simple present tense. When we say present tense, we mean that we are trying to cover, or the sentence is talking about the actions of present time. So present time in English refers to today, now, okay, this week, this month. So this time is what we call present time. So when we talk about actions that happen every day, actions that get repeated, you know, at regular intervals, like every week, every month, habits, hobbies, things that people agree, the so-called universal truths. They may not be really truths. For example, a very common example is like the sun rises in the east. It's a very common example for simple present tense. But some people actually don't really believe in that. For example, I don't believe in that statement, the sun rises in the east, because the earth is rotating. The sun most probably is almost there where he is, I think. Okay, right. But anyway, we need not get too much into physics. But when we learn English, it is very important to take things easy. If we think too much, or if we try to understand too much, English becomes very complicated. So to keep English very simple, we just need to approach English in an easy attitude. That means, we should not feel tense. Instead of feeling tension, we just need to talk. We just need to practice whatever we learn. So coming back to simple present tense, newspaper headlines are also generally mentioned in simple present tense only. Even though the main news article, the detailed news article would be in past tense. Generally, news is covered for yesterday, right? So the main news would be, in past tense, but only the heading would be in simple present tense generally, maybe to serve the purpose of freshness in the morning, I think. When the reader looks at the heading of the news fresh in the morning, maybe the newspaper publications want to give a fresh feeling, and perhaps that is the reason why the newspaper headlines are also generally in simple present tense. For example, if someone died just the previous day, uh, the next day the headline would be like someone passes away, right? It's not like someone passed away, right? So like that, sometimes they write someone passed away also, right? An accident happens at the corner of the highway, something like that. They write generally heading simple present tense, is mentioned in newspapers. So to be comfortable at this concept of simple tenses, the basic idea about verbs is also required, because tense means time and verb. Verb is the word which indicates action generally, or status or possession word in a sentence. So to make a sentence in simple present tense to cover the situations like actions that happen every day, we need to use the basic simple form of the verb. So in previous sessions, we came across examples like someone knows you. Okay, right? For example, I know you. Okay, right? You know me. Okay, right? Someone knows me. Okay, right? I know someone. Okay, right? So all these sentences are examples of simple present tense. So one more example for simple present tense is like, I practice English every day. Okay, right? I don't give sessions every Sunday. Okay, right? This sentence, the latest sentence, is an example for a negative sentence. So when you use simple present tense, the sentence can be positive or the sentence can be negative, and sometimes the sentence can be interrogative also. Sometimes we ask questions. So when we ask a question, right, that question can be in simple present tense as well. Okay, for example, if I want to ask you, do you like English? Question mark. Okay, the Telugu meaning of this question is, Meeru Anglam Ishtapadtara. Okay, do you know what is the tense of this sentence? The tense of this sentence is simple present tense. Because this question is asking about a feeling. So when you talk about a feeling in a positive sentence or a negative sentence, or when you ask a question about a particular feeling of the other person or the audience, you generally use simple present tense because feelings are expressed in simple present tense. Do you understand? Question mark. That is correct English. Are you understanding? That is wrong English. Why? Because according to English language, the verb understand also comes under feeling, a feeling. So understanding is a feeling according to English language. So according to same English language, feelings are better expressed. Feelings should be better expressed in simple present tense. So the correct way of saying it is, do you understand? Question mark. The positive answer to that question is, yes, I understand, or yes, I do understand. The negative answer to that question is, no, I don't understand. After adding communication skills or soft skills, it becomes, I'm sorry, I don't understand, or I'm sorry, I do not understand. Okay, right? So don't is the short form. Okay, DON apostrophe T, right? Do not is like do space not, the full form, right? So this is how generally, we use simple present tense. So we use the simple present tense in the structure of subject, verb, object, right? Minimum 3 words are enough. I like English. Okay, right? You like English. Okay, he, okay, he likes English. Here, I'm not saying he like English. I'm saying he likes English. Why? Because when the sentence or the speaker talks about one person or thing, that means when the subject is singular, instead of using the basic verb form one, we need to use the letter S or ES at the end of that verb. So like becomes likes. So when we add this letter S or ES at the end of a verb, we call that form as form 5, verb form 5. Right? Like plus S, likes. Go plus ES, goes. Okay, right? So that's how it goes. It is singular, right? So that's how it goes. Correct English. That's how it go, wrong English. Because it is one only, right? So that is the thing. So you may not understand everything now itself, or you may feel a bit confusing now. That's okay. We just need to try, to understand things to some extent, and then we need to practice right or wrong every day with someone who can correct the mistakes with the intention of learning every day and improving, learning from mistakes. So that is the best way, to learn and to be confident at English. So once you keep learning every day, and once you start feeling confident at your English, day by day, your confidence grows. So confidence is the most important thing. No one can be perfect at anything, but confidence is more important than perfection. And the purpose of language is to communicate, but not to be perfect. In fact, no one is perfect and nothing is perfect, right? So most of these sentences are actually in the style of simple present tense. Okay, right? So now, Sarita Garu, now, if you need some time, you may take some time, maybe like 20 seconds to 1 minute, like that, to think or to make notes or like that. And you please tell me at least 1 or 2 sentences, or you please talk for 1 or 2 minutes about what you have understood, in terms of simple present tense. Okay, do you feel some idea right now? Do you feel some confidence right now about what is this simple present tense?
Yeah, I want some more time, sir. Tomorrow
Very
I
good.
will.
No, actually, for this session, you have done your job. So I have requested you to give me some clarification or give me an idea about your understanding, right? And you replied, I want some more
Okay.
time, right? I is the subject here.
Okay.
Want is the basic form of the verb.
Okay.
And remaining things, we can take
Okay.
it like object and complement and so on. So whatever the sentence structure is, the sentence that you have used just now is another example for simple present tense. So what you have felt, you
Okay.
have said, right? And you have used simple present tense. I want this, I want that. So this is casual English. Tense is simple present tense. If you want to say the same thing in business English, in formal English, in official English, instead of
Hey.
using the word want, you need to use the word need. NEAD,
I
need.
could not.
So
Okay. Okay.
yeah, if you say I need some more time, so that is official English, that is formal
Okay.
English. If you say I want some more time, that is
Okay.
casual English. So some time ago, you have given an
Okay.
example of simple present tense in casual English. And the same example, if we change into formal English, it becomes I need some more time.
I need
So
some more.
you automatically you have used correct English, you have used a simple present tense, but maybe you just need some more time to get some more practice and to get some more confidence. That's it. So on that note, we are now moving to the second simple tense, which is simple past tense. So in English language, just like Telugu language, in English language also, when we use the word past, P-A-S-T, past, obviously we mean like past time, like yesterday, day before yesterday, 1 week ago, 1 month ago. Many people say 1 week before, 1 month before, 1 century before, like that. This is not a very good way of saying it. The better way and correct way of saying it is like 1 week ago, AGO ago. 1 month ago, AGO ago. Okay, right? So 1 century ago, a century ago. Okay, right? So AGO ago is the right form of saying the past. Okay, right? The worst way of saying it is back. So back is this, right? This is the back. Okay, this
Okay.
is my back. Okay, right? So some people say
Okay.
1 year back,
Should not
2 years
use 1
back.
month
That
back
is
to
not
1
a
year back.
very good way of, yeah, that is not a good way of saying, or talking about the
Okay.
past. Okay, right? So now getting in slowly into the simple past tense. In simple past
Okay.
tense, we don't use the basic form of the verb. For example, we don't use like, like, we use liked, like it. All right. Similarly, we don't use the verb give, give. Okay. In past tense, we use gave, gave. Okay. Right. So for some verbs, the letter D comes at the end, and for some verbs, the spelling gets changed. In case of like, it becomes liked into past. In terms of give, it becomes gave when it becomes past, right? So in English is an inconsistent language, according to me. Okay, right? So there are so many, of course, every language I think would be inconsistent to some extent. Okay, in Telugu also we can find many inconsistencies, particularly if we are not a Telugu, if we are not Telugu people. But because Telugu is our first language, we generally don't look at Telugu very critically or with some fear and so on. So if we look at Telugu and analyze, we can find many issues in Telugu also. Actually, the people who learn Telugu, they see all those issues. Okay, right? So coming back to past tense, so example, we can say many examples for past tense again. Okay, right? Again, a sentence in the past tense can be a positive sentence, or it can be a negative sentence, or it can be a question also. So when a learner practices tense, the best way to practice is to ask a yes or no question and answer that yes or no question positively and also negatively. Okay, right? So that is the best way of learning or practicing tenses in minimum time. For example, when we ask a question, a yes or no question, in simple present tense, generally that question starts like DOS does or DO do. For example, if I'm asking a question about you, okay, right? Then my question in simple present tense would be like, do you understand what I have said just some time ago? Question mark. So this question is an example for simple present tense. And the first word do do is a keyword that indicates simple present tense.
Okay.
If I'm asking about one person, right? For example, let us say if there is one more audience, one more learner in this session, then let us say if Nirmala Garu is here, okay, in this session, then the way I should ask the question about her understanding would be like, Sarita Garu, does Nirmala Garu understand what I have said something ago? Okay, here I'm using the first word DOES, does, the helping verb, because I'm asking about Sarita Garu, and Sarita Garu is one person, singularity, right? For that purpose, I need to use does.
Okay.
So do I understand? Question mark. Do you understand? Question mark. Does he understand? Question mark. Does she understand? Question mark. So all these are examples of questions in simple present tense, because
Simple
I'm
present
asking
tense.
this question about current session, present session. What if I want to ask about a past session? What if I want to ask a question about the session yesterday? Right? So let me ask you a question to you right now.
Did you?
Sarita Garu. Exactly. So did is the keyword which comes at the beginning of questions in past tense. So if I want to ask a question to you
Okay.
about the session yesterday, then like you said, I need to start my yes or no question by using the word did, D capital letter, right? So my question to you right now, Sarita Garu, is, did you attend the session yesterday? Question mark. Your answer is
Yes,
positive
I did.
answer to the question. Exactly.
Yes.
So simply you can say, yes, I did. So yes, I did means yes, I did attend. ATTEND, attend. You cannot say
Attend.
I did
Okay.
attended. You cannot say I did attended. You
Okay.
can
Okay.
only say I did attend, because DID did is already verb form 2. DID did already indicates past
Past
tense.
tense. Yes.
Okay, so
Past
because
tense.
DID did already indicates past tense, when I ask the question, I must say, I must ask, did you attend? ATTEND, attend. That's all. I cannot say attended. Did is already there. Okay, so the correct way of asking a question, a yes or no question in past tense is, did you, basic form of the verb, in this case attend. So did you attend the session yesterday? Question mark. Your positive answer to that question is, yes, I did attend, or yes, I
Attend.
attended. If you
I
don't
did
use
not.
did, then you can say attended. So yes, I attended the session
Okay.
yesterday. Correct. Yes, I did attend the session
Okay.
yesterday. Correct. Did you attend the session yesterday? Correct. Did you attended the session yesterday? Wrong. Okay.
Wrong.
So if you, let us say, actually
Okay.
you attended the session yesterday. You know that, I do know that. Okay, right? So you know that is an example for simple
Oh.
present tense. I too know that is an example for simple present tense. So coming back to negative answer, let us say, okay, let us say Nirmala Garu did not attend the session yesterday, right? So let's take her example. If I ask you, did Nirmala Garu attend the session yesterday? If I ask you that question, then your answer obviously would be, no, Nirmala Garu
No,
did
she
not
did
attend.
not attend.
Exactly. No, she did not
Attend.
attend yesterday. No, Nirmala Garu did not attend the session yesterday. So that is how you would, reply. You will reply like that. Okay, right? So that is correct way of English in terms of grammar, in terms of how we use the helping verb did, did, how we use the main verb, that is ATTEND, attend. Okay, that's it. As simple as that. So if we compare, okay, right? Simple past tense is more easy than simple present tense. Okay, and we are in the last 10 minutes.
Okay.
Maybe we are in the last 5 minutes, I think. So we can give these 5 minutes
Okay, sir.
to simple future tense also. So when the speaker
Okay.
wants to talk about future, or when the sentence is talking about future, okay, one can definitely choose simple future tense if it suits. Okay, right? So when we talk about future, generally we can use simple future tense. The simple future tense sentences look almost like simple present sentences only. Only the
Simple
difference
present.
is,
Yes, yes.
yeah,
Okay.
only the difference is an extra word. Minimum one extra word will be there. That extra word can be will, or SHALL shall. Okay, right? If the speaker
Okay.
believes that some action or some event or something will definitely happen in the future, then the speaker uses the word, the helping verb, will, generally after the subject. For example, if I say, I will give a session tomorrow. Okay, right? So tomorrow is a keyword in the sentence because tomorrow is indicating the future, right? And the
Yes, sir.
second word, I will, the second word, will, also is a keyword which indicates simple future tense here. Okay, that means the sentence talks about
Okay.
future. Okay, so will is a keyword. Here, will also indicates that I am 100% confident. I believe 100% that I will give a session tomorrow, despite tomorrow is a Sunday. Okay, right? Let us say if I have a small doubt. Okay, right? Then I still use simple future tense only, but my sentence slightly differs. Instead of using the helping verb will, I use shall. So I say, I shall give a session tomorrow, despite tomorrow being a Sunday. Right? If I say like that, then I believe that I will give the session, but I have a small doubt. That is the meaning of the helping verb shall. Okay, right? So when we use simple future tense, we can use the helping verb will, or we can use the helping verb shall, but generally most people use will only. Okay, right? Very rarely. Most people don't know also the difference in between will and shall. And perhaps that is a reason. Perhaps means bahusa in Telugu. Okay, maybe in English. Okay, right? PRHAPS, perhaps means maybe in English, bahusa in Telugu. So most probably, I think most Telugu people, I think, don't know the difference in between WILL will and SHAL shall helping verbs. And maybe that is the reason why they use will for future. Okay, right? See, just like you gave an example, you have given an example some time ago. Most Telugu people are actually comfortable with English. You know, they speak good English. Of course, they make common mistakes, but overall their English is okay. But the main problem with many people is they don't have enough confidence and they have a lot of fear and hesitation. Hesitation means like going backwards. That fear, because of that fear, the free communication, the free practice will not be there, right? So that is that problem. If a person, with the help of practice with correct people, confidence rises. When the confidence rises, right? That's enough actually, right? So people need not be perfect at what they do, but their confidence should be good enough. That's all. Okay, right? So maybe we are in the last 1 minute. That is why I'm trying to conclude actually. So I hope this
Okay.
session, yeah, less than 1 minute is there on the screen also right now, right? So I hope this session has given a very basic and solid, strong foundation to the concept of three simple tenses of English language. If you are confident at these three simple tenses, then half of your language is done. You can say that you know half the language, right? Because half of your communication can be completed using these three simple tenses. All right, in the next session, we will look at continuous. First, we'll revise the simple tenses and then we'll get into continuous tenses. Okay, right? So
Okay,
continuous
sir.
tenses means,
Thank you so much.
welcome. Continuous tenses means present continuous, past continuous, and future continuous. So next session, we'll focus on these continuous sessions. So thank you for attending the session. We,